Sandwich GG. Today we're going to do a quick review post free rune removal day. Super excited. Although I have to say not a lot has changed this month for me. Same old, constantly trying to refine my newest 6 stars here and there. The big changes for me, I would have to say, absolutely hands down would be my main man, my main squeeze, little Pung Bake over here. As you can see, his crit rate is back up, so I've improved his crit rate. It was about, I think it was 58%. I'm pleased to say I'm up to 82% now, and his crit damage is 190%, which not a huge improvement there, but it's a little bit better. I've also improved his speed as well. I have improved my Monkey King, which is great. His crit rate is much better. It was around 50%, and I use him in my frontline rift. So really happy with his stats. He's not on rage either, so for a non-rage set I'm pretty happy with where he's at there. And finally, my gorgeous gal Zara. She was at 50% crit rate, 62 now, not a huge increase, but it's better than nothing. I've also improved her speed a little bit. I originally neutered her speed in exchange for much better crit rate. Then I trialed it a few times in arena and it just wasn't working because Pung Bake was doing a lot better. He was faster, he was going first on everything, which meant that Zara couldn't reset Theos or Pernas or any of those monsters, so it just completely threw out my speed tuning, so I had to go back to really looking at improving that speed a little bit. So she's still on attack, crit damage, attack. I tried to move her to speed, crit damage, attack. It didn't work at all. She was like a neutered little puppy. It was really bad. So I had to fix that. My ranking for last month. So to Jake, he asked in a couple of videos ago what my hit rate was, or my defense rate. I thought it was a lot higher than that. But anyway, there you go. Last week it was 10 wins against 74 total attacks. My best is 72, or 3 wins after 72. Is that right? Oh, yeah, sorry, not my best defense, it's my best overall ranking. So there you go, 13.6% overall as my defense rate, but 70 attacks, 74 thereabouts, not too bad. Win rate 82% is pretty good, but I just didn't have the time last week to dedicate to attacking in arena. So I'll show you what I've done to Pung. Oh, I forgot to change my leader skill. I really should put Zara as lead now that I've got my crit rate a lot higher. Huge win there. Also, I've got my Bernie higher again in speed. He's now 176, I think, which is pretty good. Let's see what happens here. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Get Zara'd. Doesn't really work. Not quite the same. Oh, well, I'll get myself one. So see, this is how fast my Bernie is now. He goes twice before Pung goes once. It's pretty sad, but hey, we'll get there. So as I said, tried to put Zara on speed, didn't work. I need much better runes, and I haven't been farming giants, so because of that, oh, I forgot to change later again. Next time. But because I've been farming giants, I haven't been getting any better despair sets, so she has my best ever despair set, and it's pretty average. It's quite mediocre, to be honest. So as I described in my last arena video, I use Pirate Strike to take away some of that attack bar on Chloe, use Zara to reset, and we are sweet, except he just totally resisted that, but that's fine. I'll attack break you. What? That is a high resistance Theo. What about? We'll go here. And kill y'all! Close enough. There we go. So I've had a lot of fluctuation with Pung and his third skill, what he can and can't, or what he can do. I tried him in TOA with Zara lead for the attack buff, and I used Galleon for an extra attack buff and crit attack buff defense break. 65k on his first hit of the third skill, and then 35 to 37 respectively on the others. It was insane. Super happy. As you can see here, that speed's just amazing. Time to loot. Fiery breath. Put Joel on cooldown. Hey! Hey! Stop that. And I'm going to use Lightning of Cycle on, is that Beta? Betty? Beta? Whatever. Kill her. So still not getting great attacks there. You know, we're still sort of around that 20 to, or 15 to 20k on the second lot. I'll show you in TOA because it's so good. Go down to 1. There we go. Zara, Pung, and Galleon. Now, I haven't tried this for a long time, so I'm not actually sure if how much of an improvement I made to Pung, because obviously whatever he's going to do in TOA is very different to what he would do in Arena. But anyway, he's got the attack buff lead from Zara. We will buff everybody. Oh, we'll just get you dead. Now, here we go. Ready? 64,000 and 38, 39, 39 is change. How good is that? Super happy, as you can see. If only he would hit that in Arena. But I have been running him in dungeons, so trying to get better sets here, better Despair. I've been running a lot of dragons and giants, focusing more so on giants at the moment, obviously for the Despair, but I need to look more holistically at my runes quite broadly. Anyway, so I think I'm going to have to spend time forgetting about Necro for a little while. Still haven't got that ultimate rage set. I'm still working on it, but I will get there. It's definitely a work in progress, that one. So on top of having an epic Despair set, I also need to get a few extra runes for Swift, and that's just across the board, really. Everyone can always do with some better Swift runes. Well, Bernie can, Galleon can. So my Galleon is on Swift. I know that a lot of people suggest runing Galpal on Vio, or via Revenge, via Nemesis, whole range of, well, maybe not Nemesis, but whole range of other makeups, including Violin as the base rune set. But for me, I like him on Swift. I only really use him in Arena, and a bit like Bernie, I don't really even care what stats he has, as long as he's got the accuracy to land that third skill and the speed to do it in the order that I need him to, then I don't really care what his defense is or his HP or his attack or any of that kind of stuff. I definitely recommend building him more towards an attack base. If he is surviving a lot longer, if he's the last one to die, you really don't need that. He doesn't need to survive, he needs to be speed tuned so he goes in the order that you want him to, but beyond that, he just needs to land that debuff, and you don't need attack power or HP or defense for that. So having a little bit of extra attack is always good, I say. So there you go. Do you know, I'm going to keep that and just level it up and see what I get in speed. As I said, for Bernie, that'll do. Okay. So that's pretty much it for my rune removal day. I can't think of anyone else that I really changed around too much. I think, you know, my my Rift team has stayed as is. As I mentioned, I really have focused on increasing Wang just simply for Rift. I've grinded out a few of his stones as well. Sekhmet I haven't touched, and I need to improve her defense. She's also on an absolute mixed bag at the moment. I'm only using her in a Rift at the moment, so I need to get rid of the will that's just not helping and focus. think I can get the accuracy elsewhere as well. Fire Panda, to be honest, I'm not quite sure how to use him at the moment. I'm using him in Rare Eft, absolutely, but beyond that, I don't know whether I want to look at exploring him for Necro, and I know that he can be quite good in Guild Wars as well, so I'll need to rebuild him for that, but right now I've just got him on full defense. It seems to do okay. My bird! 165 speed. I've grinded out as many of these as I can. I think actually all of them now are grinded. So that's pretty pathetic. I definitely can improve that one. And that one. And look, 20 is good, but if I can get a better Swift rune, then that means that I can get rid of either that one or that one. Because they're pretty average. I've got better ones. I just can't not on Swift, that's all. The other one I've improved was Lucian as well. As you can see, I can level that one up. So forget the attack power for a minute. Crit rate's 165. 65. 165, yeah, right. So he's at 65% crit rate, which is really good from where he was. And that crit damage is pretty abysmal, but I'll work to improve that over time. He's also on Fatal Blade, so nothing crazy there. As I said, like you can see, that crit damage is pretty awful, but I'll improve it. It's just going to take me a little while. And Eshia, now forget his crit rate because it's shite, I know that, and I'm going to look at improving that over time, but I do have him on Rage now. 177 crit damage, so happy, and I can definitely improve these runes here. Well, this one anyway. Let's see what we get. Well, how long it takes. So these power-up stones, I know off topic for a minute, but they are just such a rot. I don't think they actually improve your chances at all of leveling up. At least I haven't noticed an improvement when I do use them. But that does remind me to check in today. Alright, I won't waste your time because that is not exciting viewing at all. Anyone else that I've ruined? Let me think. No. Luna, she was always on Rage. She's still on Rage. Not great runes, but you know, she's. I haven't quite figured out how to use her yet. I know I will be using her in my Dragons team, but not at 59% crit rate unless I have a leader skill or have a leader. So, Percent, my newest addition to the team. That's right, I have another Fire Nat 5. I know I shouldn't complain, and he is pretty. Like, I mean, come on. He's got wings, and he's a fairy, and a king. Pretty cool. But I just, he's useless. So, yay, he gets extra accuracy, but look at his skills. Attacks the enemy 2 times, removes a beneficial effect with a 30% chance on each strike. Like, hello, just get a cleanser. Oh, that's right, I have Juno. Sorry, Stripper. Overwhelm, attacks all enemies and increases their cooldowns by 1 turn each with a 70% chance. Yeah, I've got Zyros. So thank you, but no. Attacks the enemy with Raging Flame. Both you and the target will lose 30% HP, but your target will receive massive additional damage. Boss type enemies will lose only 15%. So massive is probably the most inappropriately used word ever here to describe this skill. I've seen so many clips, including one by YDCB, of Percent and massive, wait, is it Percent? Oh, whatever his name is, Fire Fairy King, and by massive and losing 30% of your own HP, he did 30,000 damage in a dungeon, not even PvP. That's just bad. And he's got a crit rate arena skill, so clearly built for an arena monster, or built to be an arena monster. Yeah, nah. I'm going to keep him for now. Well, I'm not going to feed him off, that's silly, but he's definitely top of the list for a buff, if you ask me. Come to us, please, ask me. It's him. He needs a buff, big time. Anyway, keen to hear you guys are all doing post Rune Removal Day, any successes. Love to hear all about your progress. And Jake, as you saw, my defense is doing a good job, I would say, of turning people off. 75 in a week's pretty good, I think, in terms of defenses. Obviously, people aren't seeing it as a completely easy target, but always looking to improve my AD, as you all know. But anyway, thank you all for watching, and any successes that you've had post Rune Removal Day, let me know. I haven't had any. I'm still, same level in Arena. I still probably can't get any further in TOA than where I'm at, or TOA hard than where I'm at now. So, really not a huge win, but that's kind of where I'm at in my gameplay right now. I'm not going to jump to Re5 anytime soon or suddenly be able to finish TOA hard. I need to build my monsters in, and that's going to take a long time. So, but that being said, if you guys have got some really good wins post Rune Removal Day, I'd love to hear it. And thanks all for watching. Stay tuned for another video soon. Thanks.